This is Cody with Focalcraft. Today we're doing a unboxing of the Nikon S7000 point and shoot camera. Looks like a promising little compact point and shoot. This camera had been retailing for about $279, nearly $300 after tax and everything. And when it's on sale now for I think $179. This is 16 megapixels. I really doubt I'll ever make anything bigger than a 24 by 36 with this, but if I wanted to, I could. So 16 megapixels is great. Don't get too hung up on megapixels. When you're looking at a point and shoot camera, you got to figure it's probably 3 times the resolution that your iPhone or your smartphone is. So you know, it's going to take infinitely better photographs, image quality wise. It does do full HD 1080p video, which is a real strong point for me. I wanted something that was going to be really compact, you know, easy to carry around, something that would be almost as easy to have on me as my cell phone. We always go to our cell phones to take a quick shot, but you know, that means that we end up catching all these great moments that happen around us all the time on what's really kind of an inferior camera. So you know, spend a couple $100 and you're $100 even, and go and buy a decent little point and shoot camera that you can keep with you. If you're a lady, keep it in your purse. So instead of going to that cell phone all the time to take those pictures, get a decent point and shoot camera and actually take a real photograph. 20x optical zoom. So the optical zoom is kind of a big thing. Companies will cheat and only give you like a 4x optical zoom and then an additional 4 or 6x digital zoom. Forget about digital zoom. Digital zoom is just in-camera cropping. You're really just destroying your own image. So never use digital zoom. That's just my opinion. Flame me if you want. Can't stand digital zoom. So 20x as an optical zoom is a lot of zoom. The sensor on these little cameras, that's one of the things about these little point and shoot cameras. They're very small sensors. Their equivalence in focal length is going to be a little bit different than if you were talking about a full 35 millimeter size sensor. It does have Wi-Fi built in so that you can easily send the photos straight to your phone. So you can post them on Instagram, Facebook. Pretty much everything we shoot, we want to put on Facebook, so, or whatever social media platform you want to use. So on to the unboxing, right? Like I said before, it is we're talking 16 megapixels, so great resolution for a compact camera. Full HD 1080p video at 30 frames a second, so that's good smooth 1080p video. I'm sure it'll do even faster if you want to go to 720 or even 480p video. You've got the 20x zoom, and a 20x optical zoom is more than enough for a little compact camera like this. So and it does have the Wi-Fi. Now, what the Wi-Fi interface is going to be like and how easy it is to transfer photos from the camera to your smartphone, which, like I said, we all want to do. We have a huge thing for all of us, whether we admit it or not. So with that said, let's go ahead and start opening this bad boy up. Let's see. Warranty card, standard Nikon. Manual in 3 languages. Moving on to the inside of the box, you've got here's the camera. We'll save that for just a minute here. USB wall wart, you know, it's got the little fold out USB charger. Right here, a little dinky wrist strap, USB cable. Pretty standard stuff. There. Rechargeable battery. There. And that's it. And then we've got the camera. Alright, so camera is approximately 4 inches wide and about 2.5 inches tall. And if you measure the front of the lens flange to the back of the camera, it's about 1 1/8" thick. Now if you measure it back here, it's about 7/8" thick. Put it up next to your iPhone. Let's see, next to an iPhone 6. You know, that's a pretty big, pretty big difference. It's a little thicker, but it's a lot smaller. So easily fit in your shirt pocket, your coat pocket, your purse, for you ladies. I don't see any issues with its size. There's a little arrow that says push forward, so there you go. And that will get you a memory card. There we go. Okay, it does have a little tripod mount, so that's nice. One of the things that I plan on doing with this camera is using it for digiscoping. So, and I haven't gotten my digiscoping adapter yet to see how well it works, but I wanted something real compact that did 1080p video for shooting video through a digiscope. Compact and good quality video was real important to me. So let's see if it turns on here. Okay, so English. Choose time zone and date. Yes. I'm in Central Time. There we go. Month, day, year. That's what I want. 6/2/16. That's 7:02. Let's see here. Time is okay. Yes. And there we go. So it's ready to go. I mean, that was pretty quick setup right there. I told it what language I spoke, put in the time zone, and there we go. So let's just see here. See how far this thing extends at. So okay, so on its widest focal length, that's going to be as far out as the lens protrudes from. The lens actually sticks out from the camera body about 1 3/4 inches. 1.5. Actually, from the lens flange, it's going to be. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It's about 1.5 inches where it sticks out from the lens flange. That's at its widest setting. So if we go all the way out to 200, so, and we've got, it comes out to about 2 inches, so about another 1/2 inch. So it's about 1.5 inches at its widest when it's extended, and then about 2 inches when it's at its full telephoto zoom at 20x. I'm going to shoot a little bit of video and add that in. And you can make your own opinions. I mean, I think for the money, for 179 bucks, 16 megapixels, 20x zoom, 1080p video in this compact size like this, that's a lot of camera for the money. Let's talk about what the weight is on the camera. So all loaded up and ready to go. It's 5.6 ounces, 16 ounces to a pound, so just a little over a quarter pound. That's not too bad. Let's compare it to your cell phone and you can kind of get an idea. So 5.37, almost 5.4 ounces, and this is 5.6. So 0.2 ounces difference, between your average iPhone 6 and this point and shoot. Yeah, that's easy. That's no problem. Let's see what B&H says on the specifications for this camera. 16 megapixels. It is the Nikkor lens is a 3.4 to 6.5 aperture. So on the wide end it's going to be 3.4, f3.4. On the long end it's going to be 6.5. It's not super great. If it was a 2.8 to f4, that would be kind of impressive, I guess, but 3.4 to 6.5, it does give you the 35 millimeter equivalent here that shows that it is a 25 to 500. That's pretty huge. 25 millimeters wide on the wide end, so that's pretty normal. You know, a lens that I shoot with a lot on a full frame camera would be a 24-70, and that 24-70 is my go-to walk-around lens. So 24 on the wide end to 70 on the long end. This is 25 on the wide end, 35 millimeter equivalent. Great, no problem there. It's plenty wide enough. And then at 500 millimeters, that's horrendous. That's huge, huge zoom. I can't imagine you really finding that that's something you go to a whole lot. It does say it has a 40x dynamic fine zoom. I don't really know what that is yet. I'm assuming that it's going to be an additional 20x in-camera crop, you know, digital zoom. If you never use any kind of digital zoom and just stick with going with the optical zoom, if it's that far away, use your feet to zoom. Get closer. Full HD 1080p video at 30 frames a second. We already knew that. Wi-Fi and NFC technology. ISO, the ISO is 6400. So that's pretty decent, 6400 ISO, and a 9.2 frame per second continuous shooting. So 9.2 seconds is, or 9.2 frames per second is plenty fast. It probably doesn't do it for very long. I would imagine a little camera like this probably doesn't have a really long buffer, you know, to shoot 18 or 20 frames at 9.2 frames per second, but you'll probably find that it shoots 7 or 8 good frames, and that's probably all you're going to need. Give yourself a good fast SD card, class 10 or better. They're so much faster now. Don't skimp on it and buy cheap memory cards. Please don't buy cheap memory cards. You know, good brands of cards to buy. You know, SanDisk, great cards. Sony's cards, great cards. The Kingston cards are pretty good. Transcend makes pretty decent cards. Lexar cards are great. Buy cards that say professional or pro. You know, X1066 cards, fast cards, something that's rated for HD video. You're going to be happier in the long run with how your camera operates, and plus these better cards are going to be a lot less prone to corruption. They're going to be, you're going to get what you pay for. If you buy cheap cards, you're going to end up losing photos one day, and the card corrupted, and now you lost the photos, and you're going to be mad. So it's got 18 scene modes. I hate scene modes. I could care less about those. Some of them actually may be for recognizing whether you're shooting at night or shooting in by candlelight or shooting fireworks, and you know, and that's cool. Maybe they work good. I don't know. If you're out and about and you're at an event, say you're at your cousin's wedding and you're taking pictures and you want to put them on Facebook, as long as you keep it connected and don't ever disconnect it from the Wi-Fi on your camera, it should keep on allowing you to send the images. Nikon cheaped out on the charger. Okay, you hear me, Nikon? This charger sucks. Okay, this is your standard crappy wall wart USB charging thing. We all have them for our phones. If this was all you're gonna give us, Nikon, I didn't need it. You know, I got that crap. And the reason that it kind of got me ticked off is because the only way to charge this battery is in the camera. You have to plug the HDMI cable, or not the HDMI, the USB cable. You have to plug the USB cable into the camera with the fidgety little door. Fine, that's okay. Fine. And now my camera is tethered to the wall to charge the battery. Way to open this up so you could stick the battery inside it, but it's not. So, I mean, this is probably the same as your iPhone thing. I don't know, maybe a little different. But this really sucks. Instead of giving me a charger that this could slip inside like every other Nikon camera that I own has, you give us another USB wall wart. So Nikon, you suck, you cheaped out, and I'm letting you know, that sucks. So now I have to tether my camera to the wall or a computer to charge it. So that sucks. Did I mention that that sucks? I have to go online and buy a freaking charger because I gotta have more than one battery. My camera tethered to the wall to charge all my batteries, you know. But I'm a little ticked off. So thanks Nikon for nothing. Appreciate you. Otherwise, it seems like a decent camera. So. Alright, so this is some video footage of the S7000. The lighting in here is pretty cruddy. I don't know what ISO it is. I don't know what the ISO is that we're getting here, but this is a 7000 video. Let's see how it changes as we go into some dimmer rooms here. Yeah, this is like really almost complete darkness in here. And then we'll move. You can see how grainy it's getting as the ISO is pumping up. And then we're into here. When we get into a little better light, it gets a lot better. But I can tell it's still got some ISO noise. What are you guys doing here? Yep, got a cat in the litter box, that's nice. Let's see with the blacks, how does that look? There we go. Alright, so that kind of gives you an idea of what the video quality is like in funky light. I'm sure, you know, out in the good sunlight and everything, it'll probably be a whole lot better. So make your own opinions about that. This is kind of my adventure back into point and shoots when I decided I wasn't going to buy another $200 point and shoot because they always break, and you know I'm tired of throwing money away. So that's when I got my wife an XA2. But it doesn't fit in your pocket, and wanting to do a little bit of digiscoping, wanting something that does video, and that's one of the things that the Fujis aren't really great at is their autofocus on video. But otherwise, the Fujis are wonderful. You know, something compact that if it got broken, it wouldn't you know destroy me. Is one of these. So that's kind of what got me back wanting one of these. I feel like it's going to be a good little camera for my needs. So if you like the video at all, be sure and hit the like button, the subscribe button below. You'll get notification of any future videos that we post. In the meantime, keep shooting and fill the frame. See ya.